My story today, The Wise Owl and the Eager Squirrel. In a forest filled with tall trees and bright autumn colors, the leaves were turning shades of gold and orange. Winter was approaching, and all the animals knew it was time to prepare for the cold months ahead. Among them was a young squirrel full of energy and excitement. Squirrel was eager to get ready for winter and wanted to collect as many acorns as possible. He ran through the forest, hopping from tree to tree, quickly picking up every acorn he could find.
I need to get them all.
Squirrel thought.
The more I gather, the better my winter will be.
Squirrel was determined, and as he scurried around, he worked faster and faster. He didn't stop to rest or think, only focusing on collecting as many acorns as he could. But in his rush, Squirrel began to make mistakes. He dropped some acorns and missed others. Sometimes he even picked acorns that were too small or cracked. His basket quickly filled up, but he felt more and more frustrated.
Why isn't this going faster?
Squirrel muttered.
I should be done by now.
Just then, perched high in a nearby tree, the wise old owl watched Squirrel's anxious movements. Owl had been around for many seasons and had seen many animals rush to gather food in a panic. Owl knew that patience was the key to success. With a gentle flutter of his wings, Owl swooped down to land on a low branch nearby.
Why are you in such a rush, young squirrel?
Owl asked, his voice calm and wise. Squirrel looked up, startled but glad for the company.
I need to gather all these acorns before winter comes. If I don't, they'll have nothing to eat. I want to finish quickly so I can rest when the cold weather arrives.
Owl smiled kindly.
I understand, squirrel, but you're missing something important. Sometimes rushing only causes more problems. If you take your time and plan ahead, you'll gather more food in the long run. It's not always speed that wins the race, but patience, careful thought, and strategy.
Squirrel titled his head, confused.
But if I slow down, you'll never finish in time. I need to hurry.
Owl chuckled softly.
I know you're fast, squirrel, but speed isn't everything. The fastest way to gather food is not by rushing, but by knowing when to act and when to wait.
Squirrel wasn't convinced, but agreed to give Owl's advice a try.
All right, Owl, you'll try slowing down, but I'm not sure it will work.
Owl nodded.
I'm sure you'll see the difference soon enough. Let's watch how you do.
Squirrel woke up early, determined to try Owl's way. He began to move slowly, carefully selecting the best acorns. He stopped to look over each one, choosing the most perfect acorns. But as time passed, Squirrel began to grow impatient again. It felt like it was taking forever, and the other animals seemed to be working much faster. He saw a rabbit hopping back and forth, quickly gathering acorns in her paws, and the deer ate peacefully in the field, taking her time.
You're slowing down, Squirrel. What happened to your speed?
Rabbit called out playfully. Squirrel sighed.
Owl said that I should take my time and be patient, but it feels like I'm getting nowhere.
Rabbit laughed.
Good luck with that. You'll never finish in time if you keep moving like that.
Squirrel felt a wave of doubt wash over him. Rabbit was right, wasn't she? Slowing down didn't seem to be helping at all. He felt a bit frustrated, but he reminded himself that Owl had wisdom for many seasons, so he decided to continue with his plan, even if it felt strange. As the day went on, something amazing happened. Squirrel noticed that by slowing down and carefully picking each acorn, he was actually gathering more. The acorns he found were the best, firm, large, and perfectly ripe. He didn't make mistakes anymore, and the basket he carried was consistently filling up with perfect acorns. Squirrel was surprised. His body didn't feel tired from rushing, and his mind was calm and focused.
I can't believe it.
Squirrel said to himself with a smile.
By slowing down, I've gathered more acorns than I ever could have if I was rushing.
The next day, Squirrel felt even more confident. He kept working at a steady pace, using Owl's advice. As the week passed, Squirrel's storage grew full, and his energy was still high. Winter arrived, and all the animals prepared for the cold months ahead. One day, Owl came to visit Squirrel, flying down from his perch on a tall branch.
Well, Squirrel, how did it go?
Owl asked, his voice full of curiosity. Squirrel smiled proudly, showing Owl his large stash of acorns.
I did it. I took your advice, and now I'm ready for the winter. I gathered so many acorns, and I didn't rush or make mistakes.
Owl looked at Squirrel with approval.
I'm proud of you, young one. You learned an important lesson. Patience, careful planning, and taking the time to do things right are the keys to success.
Squirrel nodded.
You were right, Owl. Slowing down made everything easier. I'm glad I listened to you.
As the first snowfall covered the ground, Squirrel curled up in his warm burrow, surrounded by his perfect acorns. He smiled, knowing that patience had brought him everything he needed. And so, the lesson of patience lived on in the forest, where animals like Squirrel learned that rushing only leads to mistakes, while patience leads to success. And now, the moral of the story. Patience and careful planning are the keys to achieving great things. Rushing may seem like the best way, but taking your time and being thoughtful often leads to better results. Just like Squirrel, we can learn that with patience, we can accomplish far more than we ever imagined. The end. Did you enjoy the video? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss more fun stories and surprises.